What's up?
Yo, I
Yo.
love that entrance.
Oh yeah, I had to do it differently. It's all changed now. They didn't update or some shit, so I don't know.
I can't figure out how to get the view. Like, where I changed it to your view? It's
Yeah.
not there anymore.
Yeah, it's totally different now. I don't know what they did, but there's a layout at the bottom. Yeah, and it doesn't have the layout I'm looking for some reason.
Right.
I don't
I
know.
see. Who was first? Death Note was
Note.
first. Ye Podcast, Steven. The Dino Tamer, Zach. Broho's in the house. Weber. Cat. Good evening, y'all. How was your week, brother?
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's been a week. Yeah, it's a normal week, but it's the grind every day. You know what I mean?
I'm still under the weather.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you see me send you a private message, it means I need to go to the bathroom.
Gotta poop. Squirrel's gotta poop.
I got the runs. I gotta run. I mean, what?
Must be really inconvenient to have to climb a tree every time you gotta drop a deuce.
Oh, whatever. Fuck it. Steven, Hershey, it is inconvenient. Actually, if you don't wear pants and you're outside, it's pretty easy to take care of.
Just the walking shits,
Just let it go.
Let it go. That's how we do. That's how you do. I don't know.
Cheers. I'm still drinking my Weller. It's the best ever. I'm going to be sad when that bottle runs out.
How about that thumbnail this week? That's pretty fire,
I loved it.
Right? Of course.
Crank it up. He sounds so good to me. It sounds
like, is it good now? Like, I don't know why I can't figure it out on this PC. Drives me nuts.
Yeah, I can't tell. Like it always sounds good to me.
Well, yeah, this program, there's nothing that really shows me the levels, so I can't go off of that. You know what I mean? What up, General Hershey?
What do we got, chat? Can y'all hear him now?
Are we good? Are we good? No comment. The delay.
There's a delay. Yeah.
The delay.
Zach says sounds good. We're going with it.
Crispy.
Yeah. So
they're even green.
The world just keeps getting crazier, man. I feel like tonight's conversation, for those that aren't connected to some of this, may be hopefully not confusing. Try not to get too far in the weeds, but it's pretty shocking for what it means for us humans.
What? Elaborate.
Tonight's podcast, the human civilization, the history of it.
Gotcha.
And some of the recent groundbreaking discoveries that have been made.
I do, yeah. I mean, the whole alien shit we're going down right now, and we've been going down. It just makes me laugh because, like, I don't know.
I don't think I'm going to touch much on aliens tonight, at least not in mine.
No.
I kind of leave that for up to the viewer. I mean, let them believe what they want to believe. I'm only going to present what's been found.
I don't know.
What's
some
factual.
of the rabbit holes you sent me down, it all pointed to aliens.
Some of them, maybe. The Anunnaki. Who knows about the Anunnaki?
Yeah, aliens.
Did Iron get abducted again? No, I didn't get abducted. What the heck? I'm just exploring possibilities.
He might.
Okay.
He might have. I don't know. So, yeah, I just want, everybody gets these comments on TikTok. The best one I got today. I sent it to Iron. He got a laugh out of it. I don't remember what it was. What was it? Are you an alien because you abducted my heart?
Yeah. It was awesome.
It's like, what? Out of the blue.
That is the best bot message ever. It's not even a bot. They put thought into that. If you get a random message that says, "Are you alien because you abducted my heart?"
Well, it was a
cheers to that person.
Legit profile, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It was one of those like Chinese like dancer girls that's like super skinny. That's her whole profile, is her dancing.
Dude, I love it. I love it. How about Lucid? I wake up in the morning and see the thumbnail, and we had, taken our normal pictures and poses. And so I expected kind of one of those pictures to be used. And I just wake up to two aliens and a microphone. I was like, I did not sign up to be turned into an alien. I didn't sign up for that. Look at Then he added, after the fact, me and him into that. I think it came out beautiful. That's going to be available on a shirt, and I will get that shirt.
You need to keep your mic a little closer. You keep cutting out.
No, it never happens. Hope it's not something else.
Good. There's I thought it was pretty good.
That's beautiful.
I had to. You should have seen my rig I had going on here. I have a like 7-foot tripod, and then I have that on top of a footstool, and I had to tie the tripod to the footstool to keep it from falling over. And then I had a blue spotlight shining down on me. So I got
Bro,
this
the
picture.
lighting is perfect. That's what sells it. And even my sorry lighting, it kind of works because it's coming from that direction.
I put a filter on you though.
Oh.
Yeah, I put a filter on you to darken you up a little bit, and then I added the mist over the top of us and stuff. It looked kind of cool.
It's freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going to save you with my machete. Do you see that?
Yeah, you're gonna hack up them aliens, bro.
Luce is getting to get abducted, and I'm about to save him. That's what's happening.
So kind of the creative processes, I usually have no idea what the hell I'm doing for a thumbnail until I do it. Sometimes I'll send him like an idea. Other times it's like just shooting from the hip when I sit down to do it. I was like, dude, send me some pictures and I'll wing it, you know. This week I totally winged it. I had something completely different from this that I was doing, and then this just happened. I don't know.
I like that you incorporated like a stone, some type of structure back there.
Yeah.
Obelisk. Is that how you say that?
Obelisk. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start, unless you got some hot topics from the week.
I got nothing. It's been a very boring week, so for me anyway. So
yeah, I just haven't seen really any big things in the news other than I saw James Comey just got indicted. Did you see that? I think it just happened. The former FBI director, James Comey.
Oh, wow. I did.
Yeah, he just got
I did see some shit. I don't know how true it was. I saw it on some random TikTok about the Charlie Kirk thing that the FBI was looking into the conspiracies. That they claim that it's not all straightforward, and the FBI is actually looking into things.
Conspiracy is really a bad word.
Right. Fact finding.
Alternate theory. I mean, it's a theory. It's a hypothesis. To say a conspiracy kind of puts a negative light on it almost.
There's some crazy shit coming out. Like there was a camera behind him that he has every time he does one of those. There's a camera up behind him, and then right after the event that happened, it was gone. Somebody took it.
Dreamweaver sent me a link, and it was a theory that the shot came from behind him. You know, and they were trying to prove the case.
I've been seeing a lot of that. Like there's one angle you could see him, and then you could see the muzzle flash out of a window right behind him. And then they were interviewing a kid that said he heard it coming from there, and then they like shut him down while they were interviewing him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you won't be able to clip any of this because TikTok will just.
Yeah, well, it'll go on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
I even say Charlie Kirk on TikTok, and I get a strike against me.
Yep, I saw that. It was insane. That was a pretty good clip we had there. You know, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, they didn't strike me for that, but they did limit it to 18 and over for some reason because it's TikTok and you can't be free. It's not a free country apparently. So,
yeah. So for those listening in and watching live, I think they got to do something. They need to smash the button.
Smash the button.
I thought you were gonna hit a button. I was like, "Do you have a sound button now for that?"
I should
smash the button. What do we got? We're at 6 likes. There's 11 in chat, so we should at least have 11 likes.
11 likes.
How about shares? You can share and copy a link. You can send it to your friends. You can post it in your Discord. You can send it via text message.
Send it to everywhere.
Send it to your mom. I sent it to my mom.
I'm going to share it to the Facebook page right now.
I shared it to my mom.
Is everybody in chat following the Facebook page? That helps out tremendously.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be going live over there too. Get a whole different audience at the same time.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Facebook.
I think that'll do well over there. Like I've streamed games over there and stuff, and that does awful. I don't see it taking off right away, but once we're able to do it, I think it'll do fairly well. Just, you know, it's a podcast, it's not gaming and all that shit. So I think we'll do all right, you know, especially once the following starts to build over there. I think we're at like 75 followers or I think are they followers on TikTok? I don't even know.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're like 75 or 78. We need 100, and we need to have the page active for 60 days. So
that's what
regardless
100.
of we get the 100, it needs to be live for 60 days. So we should By the time we get to the 60 days, we should have 100.
Shout out to Keep Gaming Weird Podcast.
Hell yeah.
Fellow podcasters.
So we'll kind of do a thing, but we'll make our big announcement like halfway. What do you think?
Yeah. Talk about the things. Yep.
The things, all the
Sounds
things.
good.
We got things.
Thank you for those that are saying they followed. General Steven, appreciate you. And honestly, for our streamer friends, if you don't have a gaming Facebook page, definitely a good idea to create a separate page. It's super easy. Put your icon out there. It's one more place you can share clips to, one more place, get out in front of people. So nice to have multiple avenues of advertisement.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, let's talk about time.
It's
time. I think the best way to start this conversation is to recognize as individuals. Like for me, I think about things in like 50 and 100-year blocks. So like when you say 1,000 years or 5,000 years or 10,000 years, it's kind of hard to like fathom or put a standard to that. You know what I mean? Because I'm so used to
now.
Yeah, counting the humans. Like if every 100 years was a human, what's 10,000 years? That's
a lot of humans.
I can't even math that much. But 1776 was a long damn time ago, right?
Right.
It's really not that long ago when you look at 10,000 years, what that was, or 20,000 years, or 30,000 years, So the other thing is, how long does something last? If you were to make a fork right now today, how long would it take for that fork to completely disappear? Like if it were in the ground or laying out in the yard, how long before it completely vanishes
from existence? Like a metal fork? I think a metal fork would be gone a lot longer than like a stone fork.
Yeah, stone fork. Stone fork would still disappear after a while, right? From water and wind and stone fork. Well, if you think about it, yeah.
It'd be erosion on stone, but I think metal would go away faster because it would be just rusting into, dust.
Yeah, and if you think about a lot of the things we see from the past, it's usually built out of what? Stone.
Yeah, all the metal things. Of course, metal hasn't been around as long as stone, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But all the things that you see that are metal, you can't even hardly tell what they are most of the time now.
Yeah, if you're talking about metal, usually it's something that's only been back hundreds of years. I'm not sure. I mean, we could Google it or lean into your ChatGPT lady there. Like, what is the oldest object, that we have in a museum that's actually metal?
Right.
It's probably in the hundreds of years, maybe 1,000. Not like a pyramid or Stonehenge that's, thousands and thousands of years old because it's stone.
We want to know what the oldest metal relic is.
It's a good way to put it. Yeah, metal relic.
I actually pay for ChatGPT now, so
hey, burn it up.
It's pretty good.
One day we're gonna have a whole podcast with nothing but ChatGPT.
Right. So, what is the oldest metal relic known at this point in time?
Straight to the facts with a little dash of cleverness. The oldest known metal relic we have is pretty much this ancient copper pendant from an archaeological site in northern Iraq. It's around 8,700 years old, give or take a century. So yeah, it's ancient enough to have seen a whole lot of history. No sugarcoating, just a little piece of copper that's newer than your wildest historical guesses.
Wow.
So that was Iraq. So that tells me right there, it's a lot more of is arid climate the right word? Deserty, less corrosion of metal.
I would almost imagine that thing was in some type of
tomb,
porcelain container. It's something protected,
right,
for metal to last 8,000 years. That's cool. I didn't know that. And that's the oldest thing we have at 8,000 years. So what about if there were metal objects 15 or 20,000 years ago? The chances of them making it are pretty damn slim to none.
Right. We ran Zach out of water, I guess.
I commented on somebody's post about AI and I said, you just use so many gallons of water.
Yeah. Yep. You use like a whole stadium full of water.
Let me pull this up and share.
Kendall. Damn, we're just using all the water up. If you think I'm using a lot of water, go watch one of Squirrel Master's lives. All the water's going straight to his house. He's got a pipeline of water going straight to his house.
Oh man, that dude's gotten so good.
Yeah.
With so I want to show.
He straight made a Lucid F1 car the other night on stream. I was like, fuck yeah.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. It's like neon green, had my name on the wing and shit.
He took my Canva art and totally made it like 10,000 times better, and he ran it through ChatGPT or something and told it to upscale it, and it like matched the artwork up. Because even I sent it to Kat to look at, and she's like, "Well, the car looks a little bit different style than the rest of the image," and I was like, "Yeah."
Right.
And then he just fixed it immediately. I'm like, "Geez, Louise."
Let
me show. Hopefully, people are going to watch. If you're not here, what I'm about to bring up is what I think most people don't know what the pyramids used to look like. This is not fake. This is not like, well, we think it.
They used to be
fact. This is fuck yeah, dude. They used to look like this. So on the left, that's what limestone looks like when it's polished. Like it can be polished to a shine. The pyramids also used to have a gold capstone.
Gold cap,
yeah, it was made out of some type of harder rock, marble, something, but it was coated. It was actually coated in gold. So imagine if you were like walking in Egypt, you know, all those thousands of years ago, and you saw that off in the distance, this white object, pyramid, huge,
gleaming in the
shiny.
sun.
Yeah, it's reflective, and it's got a gold cap on it, gold, you know, just shining. Like imagine what that looked like 6,000 years ago. Not 600 years ago, not 1,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago. It looks like something from another movie. It looks like it's from another world.
Yeah. It does. Yeah. If you saw that nowadays, you would be in awe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see the pyramids of today, and it's like, no, cool.
Yeah, it just looks like some old, right. But really, the then versus now, I mean, it's we don't know. So archaeology thinks those pyramids were 6,000 years old, but there's a lot of people that think they're older than that. And there's no way to you can't carbon date stone. Like stone was created millions of years ago, right? Like millions. Right. So you can't date the stone. You can only date organic material that's found inside of it. So if organic material was left 6,000 years ago, but the rocks have been there much longer than that, then we have nothing to base it off of. So really, it is a mystery to know how old they are, but they've been there a really long damn time. And to think that they've been, even 6,000 years ago, if they looked that way 6,000 years ago, for me, it's hard to understand, like how.
Right. Yeah. Pretty wild. What do you think the pyramids were built for?
Bro, there's so many freaking things, but that was something that recently came out in the news. Well, let's start here. So Egypt is really weird. The government, they don't let people freely investigate these. There's a lot of restrictions. There's a lot of secrecy. There's a lot of thoughts that they have things they haven't disclosed to the public, but they can't stop people with LiDAR, which is laser radar from outer space. And so there's been a recent discovery there that is, it's mind-blowing. And so what's been found is underneath the pyramids, it's something like 3,000 meters deep, which, to put in perspective, is like 300 football fields. Imagine 300 football fields in depth down in the earth. Like that's deeper than any tunnel or any train station we have. So one, how in the heck would anybody dig that deep 6,000 years ago, or 10 or 12, however old they are? And two, what the hell is it? I'm going to share it. And there it is. Like that's, I mean, what the frick, dude?
Wow. So I'm assuming that's showing like a passage or something?
Yeah, it's a perfectly cylindrical shaft that goes down like 3,000 meters.
So, they have found those. I mean, there's no way they haven't.
So they know about it. Yeah. So Egypt, somebody knows about it, right?
You would think. I mean, I'm sure they've explored the shit out of the inside of those things. I did watch a documentary years ago, and they were like sending like these RC drones down these little like narrow passageways and all kinds of shit. And of course, that's one of those documentaries that leaves you on the edge of your seat, and then they don't find anything ever. It's like the Curse of Oak Island. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I got so hooked on that show, and I was like, this is bullshit. They're never gonna find the treasure.
What the hecky?
But man, like there's like, I used to hear about all the pyramids or a power plant, and that, like, I laughed at that, right?
No, that's kind of where I was going. I think they're power plants, because I saw some new data or info that I found talking about quartz. There's whole quartz rooms in the pyramids, right? And if you run water through quartz, it actually creates a small electric charge. So if you run it through enough quartz, and then if you put the quartz and like potassium, I think it was, and you run water through it, like 7 pounds of potassium with water puts off enough energy. I don't remember how many megajoules it was, but it was the equivalent to a gallon of gas for 7 pounds of.
Yeah.
And if you remove the water and then do it again, you can keep doing it over and over and over and over. It's not like it just goes away. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you could keep repeating this process. And if you had enough water and like, let's say you had a quartz room full of potassium, you just kept flooding it and draining it, flooding it and draining it, you're making a shit ton of power.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's quartz rooms, there's been, everything found, or they found pipelines from the rivers and everything else. I mean,
yeah, so in the way the rooms were made, they said it's like the perfect way for that chemical reaction to be separated.
Yes.
And I mean, my whole life, I thought there were mummies in pyramids. There's no mummies in the pyramids.
No. Those are tombs outside the pyramids.
Yeah. So we don't know what they're for.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're a tomb, but they're really not. They don't put mummies in pyramids. Unless they're in there somewhere we haven't found yet in some secret passage or some shit,
Which is crazy to think there's any room left that we haven't been able to get to with current technology standards, right? I mean, it's hard for me to believe we don't know every fact there is to know about them.
Well, it's hard for me to believe that they built these massive objects in the middle of the desert that many years ago when we can't even do it today.
No, we still can't. We couldn't. Each stone is so
Anunnaki.
tightly packed together, you can't get a sheet of paper in between any of it,
Anunnaki.
I don't know. I mean, maybe humans did build it, but they obviously had some type of education that we don't have. And somebody had to have taught them. And yeah, we'll get into that Anunnaki. They got knowledge from somewhere. And we've lost that knowledge. It was lost. And so the crazy part is the further back you go, the more quality, the better the buildings, the better the pottery, the better the stuff was. And as years progressed, they got worse and worse at building the temples.
Kind of like today.
Pyramids. How do you build the best pyramids first? And then as hundreds of years progress, they get worse and worse and worse.
I feel like mankind gets dumber as it goes on.
That's what happened. Either that or
it's
the
like the
knowledge
movie
was lost.
Idiocracy. There you go. The smarter we get, the dumber we get. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you get into like how they're lined with the poles and like aligned with stars and like come on.
Well, that's the thing I learned. That's what's they're always talking about star maps that they find and all this shit. Well, a star map gives you an exact date because we can look back to the movement of the stars and know exactly what date that star map was created. Yep. That is insane to me. That's why, did you know, I think it was the Hoover Dam, they have a star map on the floor. So ancient civilization, when we become an ancient civilization, whoever finds that dam can find that star map and know what year it was built. It's the day it opened. It's a star map of the exact day that they opened that dam.
Yeah, look that up. Yeah, the Hoover Dam imprinted on it the day it opened, or the day it was completed.
Yeah.
It's a star map, and it's so whatever language, whoever finds it 100,000 years from now, they'll know exactly when that date was based on that star map.
It was it's like a crest on the floor in one of the main rooms of the Hoover Dam.
Yeah, we're going to talk about another one of those that's mind blowing here in a bit. I'm going to move off of the Egypt power plant thing. So one thing I didn't know, it makes sense because our PCs have them, right? The conductor is gold. Gold is the absolute best conductor of electricity on the planet. On our planet, nothing conducts electricity better. So why in the hell would you put a gold capstone on the pyramid? And so now we know there's these pipes that run all the way down. Like what the hell's going on with those things?
Yeah, that's what we've been going over is the pyramids using as a power plant.
Yeah.
That's my dad. My dad's here.
Nice. My mom didn't come. Hi, Lucid Ted. I see Wayne Lee says that they built the pyramids. They won't come back because of how dumb we've become. I don't think they ever left.
No, they're still here. They're in the ocean.
Yep, I don't think they ever left.
And underground.
So one thing I really have a lot of passion about is Gobekli Tepe, and I've said that name to many people, and nobody knows what Gobekli Tepe is. So if you do know what it is, congratulations, you're a nerd.
I'll tell you or whatever.
Yeah. So
translation is.
Gobekli Tepe is what turned our history on its head. So I have a timeline, and this timeline is going to be what our kids are being taught in school now, what we were taught in school.
I believe it was what, 43 pillars that have been uncovered this far?
Yes. But just the timeline. So we were told that's
Make it
probably
bigger,
hard to
it's
see.
cool.
Can I make it bigger? Does that make it bigger?
That's better.
So yeah, so basically Stonehenge is from 3,000 years ago, 3,000 BC. So think about how shitty Stonehenge is, like, right? Like, it to me it looks like it's like 20,000 years old because it's not very advanced. You know, like, it's just some rocks stacked on top of each other. Not that it's not miraculous on how heavy they are, but really where it starts out is it says 15,000 to 10,000 BC when we were in the Stone Age. People were just cavemen. They were just walking around with bone tools and killing animals and dragging women to their cave, and you know what I mean. Like, that's the image we've been painted for like all these years, and then a discovery was made, fairly recently. And I feel like it hasn't gotten enough credit. So it was actually discovered in 1994. So talking 20 years ago, and most people don't know what Gobekli Tepe is. And so what it is it is this humongous monolithic site in a hill, and it's been dated that it was built like 10,000 BC. Or no, I'm sorry, 11,600 years ago. So you got to do the math. Like, when you start talking you got to talk, when you say BC, you lose 2,000 years because it goes back, 2025 goes back to 0. And then from 0, it counts backwards, right? So when you say something's 11,600 years ago, it doesn't mean the year 11,600. It means the year 9,000. I'm not mathing, but yeah. Just want to throw that out there.
I just want to ask chat real quick. Is his mic cutting out for you guys as well, or is it just me? It feels like, I don't know. It keeps getting like super
Like
quiet,
fades in and
barely
out.
picking it out.
My multimeter's staying consistent.
Yeah, it's almost like it might just be the internet connection too. But I have noticed that in recordings as well. When I go back, sometimes it'll cut you off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not hearing you.
I wonder if it's
Sometimes.
noise cancellation because I'm talking too much. Maybe. Turn noise cancellation down.
I turn that off all the way.
If I do that, you'll get background noise.
It's almost like you get too far away from your mic and it's not picking you up all the way. That's what it sounds like to me. Like maybe your noise gate.
You throw the threshold and release down some. I'm just happy I'm not freezing. You know, like, I'm still here, bro.
Yeah, right. Well, my internet's been trash all week. Like, it's been going. So if I disappear, that's what happened to me.
So on that map as a kid, we were told civilization was just a bunch of freaking cavemen running around until ancient Sumer, which was about 6,000 years ago. So anybody that can think back to school, you should remember ancient Sumer. And that was the first time that as humans, we built like cities and structures and, you know, had a place of worship. We had a community environment, right? And so when Gobekli Tepe was discovered, it completely flipped everything on its head. And the weird part about Gobekli Tepe, and Lucid, I think you know this part, is it was buried. Somebody purposely buried this place.
That old, was it buried, or it could have been, you know, I don't know. It's on top of a mountain, so I was gonna say it could be landslides.
But it was filled with rocks and stones too. So they filled it with stones and rocks and stuff, and then they buried dirt on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, why were they trying? Were they trying to make it last longer? Like, maybe if we bury it, it'll be here longer. Or did somebody try to hide it? It's a mystery. Like, we don't know. Like, why would somebody do that? It definitely wasn't. I think everyone's pretty sure it wasn't a natural event. It was covered up purposefully.
They haven't even been able to excavate the entire site. This thing is massive. They've only excavated a small portion of it.
5%.
5%. And I mean, I can understand it taking a long time to excavate a site like that. You know, I mean, you're probably doing it with like little garden shovels and paintbrushes. You know what I mean? Like a dinosaur fossil or some shit. But yeah, I mean, come on, let's speed it up, guys. What are we doing? We're kind of milking this goat a little too long. We need to know what's under the ground.
Yeah, they've got to stop hiding the shit. And so the earliest buildings in Gobekli Tepe were built 11,600 years ago. The most recent structures were built 10,500 years ago. That's 1,000 years, right? So 1,000 years doesn't sound like a lot, but we talked about how far 1776 is, right?
Right.
So 1,000 years, this place had people there the entire time, 1,000 years, and they were constantly building, adding to, taking away from it. Yeah, it's pretty wild, dude.
Well, you were talking about, are we talking about carvings yet in the stone?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Pillar 43?
Like it's crazy. I'm not even paying attention to that, but it's crazy to me that the most advanced carvings that they found in the stone pillars, right, are the earliest ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like these things, like there's all kinds of animals and different creatures carved onto these stones, and most of them are just carved into the face of stones. But the very first ones were like 3D, looks like a stone gecko climbing up the pillar. You know what I mean? So they went from being super advanced when they started to less advanced at the end. It's kind of crazy how they evolved backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it goes back to that story. Like, why were they better at things 11,800 years ago versus 10,000? You know, that 1,000 years went by and they actually got worse at doing things. Like, how did those first people do it better?
Right. And then the theory is the Anunnaki.
Somebody. Pillar 43. So Pillar 43, there's lots of pillars like in that building, but the one that really freaks people out is Pillar 43.
The death pillar.
And
what do they call it? I don't remember what it was called.
Is it the prophecy pillar?
The one with the vultures on it and shit.
The vulture stone? Yeah.
Oh, the vulture stone. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. So the crazy part about this, guys, is we're going to tie it back to what Lucid was talking about on the Hoover Dam. So this Pillar 43 has a star map on it. And so let me share it.
Got pictures of the vulture stone? There it is.
Yeah, there it is. And so
all these images were taken from the Y files, by the way. Credit to him.
Yeah, that dude's like my hero.
Yeah.
And so, okay. So what's that mean? Let me show you what it means.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. So that picture didn't look like much, right? It looks like some cave art, some whatever.
Like a kid doodling on a piece of paper.
No, it's actually a star map. So here's an image. Hopefully that's big enough for everyone to see of how that is a star map and compares to having the constellations of Scorpio and Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, and the sun. So, and the sun's a very important part of how there's a star. You have to have the sun in order to make the star map line up and get a time. So, long story short, is that star map is from 1,000 years earlier than when the place was actually built. Let me say that again. So, in 11,600 years ago is when Gobekli Tepe was built. Pillar 46 has a star map from something that happened 1,000 years before that. And what Pillar 46 is describing is the end of the Ice Age. It's describing a catastrophic meteors from the meteor shower that's getting ready to come back around. Do you remember what it's called?
Actually, we are going through
in September,
October, November. We're actually traveling through the debris left from that meteor. Every single year, we go through a huge meteor field. Did anyone know that?
Does anybody in chat know the name of it?
We're going through right now.
Taurid? Is it the Taurid?
I don't remember.
Is that what it's called? Every year, you see it on news. They'll talk about shooting stars and stuff.
Right, the meteor showers. They know when they're coming. How do they know when they're coming? Because we go through it every year. A huge debris field left over from comets. One comet particularly.
Yeah.
The planet killer.
Yeah, so the Taurid meteor shower, the peak of it's November 5th. But so that star map is about how the Earth was just absolutely pummeled with all these meteors that caused the end of the ice age. Basically, it destroyed the entire world. It caused mass flooding, volcanoes. I mean, it was bad. And so on Pillar 43, it's describing that date. So if most of human civilization was wiped out during that event, how did these people 1,000 years later have the knowledge? 1,000 years, not 200, not 100, 1,000 years later, they had that knowledge and they put it on a freaking pillar.
It was a planetary reboot, and then they had help.
Somebody told
from
them. I mean, somebody had to have told them. Somebody told them.
The Anunnaki. Yes, the Anunnaki. Look it up. Anunnaki.
Yeah, the Anunnaki. Well, I don't know, man. I'm not saying that's Anunnaki or whatever, but I do know this is every civilization, whether it's South America, North America, Asia, Africa, when you look at their history, they talk about a great flood and they talk about some magical being, whether it's whatever the Chinese version was, the South American version, it's always some mythical person that teaches them how to read society.
Thanos.
They got Thanos. Yeah. So, I mean, who is that mythical person that's in every
Anunnaki? And
why does every religion talk about a flood? You know, not just Christianity. Like, I'm talking every religion.
Things that make you go,
Yeah, after a while, you start to say there's no such thing as a coincidence.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much evidence pointing towards aliens. You know what I mean? Cue the creepy alien music. But yeah, cue the alien creeping up behind Squirrel right now.
I have a camera on, so I can see behind me. Yeah, I don't know if it's alien, but I do believe somebody had that knowledge and somebody had to have given it and spread it out around the world. Like, here's how you do things. Here's what happened to you 1,000 years ago, and here's how you get restarted again.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I stopped reading chat because they're being assholes.
Are they? Speaking of, Weber's said something about sinkholes.
Yeah. He sent me that
sinkhole
Discord message.
In, what was it, Thailand or?
No, what are you talking about?
Where there's a huge sinkhole. Like massive, like swollen buildings.
What?
I saw that today.
No.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think it was like Thailand or something. Kind of crazy. Like, this thing was enormous. Like, the biggest sinkhole I've ever seen. Like, right in the middle of town.
Can you pull it up?
No. I don't even know where I'd find it.
How big? How deep was it?
How deep was it?
Is it deep as the pyramids?
It's Bangkok. Bangkok.
No way. Was it really?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
Images. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. Let me pull this up.
You're saying Bangkok has a massive hole?
Has a gaper. Weird, right?
That's crazy.
Here it is. Boom. Look at this thing. I mean, it's like swallowing shit. It's
I've seen bigger.
No. Just wait. There's more. This is just the beginning. Like, I was watching video of like this building going into it and stuff.
Jeez. Oh my God. Look at that one on top right.
This one? Like, how'd that truck survive? Built Ford tough.
Is that a Ford Ranger?
It looks
Is
like
that
an
a Ranger?
F-150.
That looks like a Ranger.
Like an F-150.
That's a Ford fucking Ranger.
Ford fucking Ranger. Yeah, I actually saw some video on TikTok of this thing like swallowing shit in real time. It's kind of crazy.
So what's that? Maybe like 200 foot deep?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's
not even close to 3,000 meters underneath the pyramid. It's not even close.
Right? Not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah, that's a bitch hole compared to the pyramid.
Whatever the hell's under there.
Well, what's under the Sphinx? That's another thing. There is chambers under the Sphinx that we have not been into. Why won't they let us look at what's under the Sphinx?
Right?
What are they hiding?
So I'm thinking
aliens.
So in Egyptian, Polynesian, Japanese, Chinese, Norse, Hawaiian, Native American, there's a godlike teacher who comes from the sea to help restart civilization. And these saviors or teachers or whatever you want to call them, they're all appear after a great flood at the end of the Younger Dryas. And they all transfer wisdom and knowledge to the primitive people that they meet to restart civilization. So yeah, that's the more better way to say that. I mean, and you think about those places, they're all over the world. So at that point in time, people didn't have boats, so we think, you know what I mean? They don't have cell phones, they can't communicate. So for these people to all get that same myth, there's no way they all came up with the same story, you know? Like,
Right.
what's behind it?
No.
What did you watch on the Anunnaki? Because I haven't studied that subject too much.
The Anunnaki is basically their own planet was dying and they came to Earth. They discovered that they're basically killing their own planet with pollution, and their planet is now known as Planet X, or the dead sun. It's been called the dead sun. We think it's a dead sun, the one the one we can't see, but we know it's there because of the huge gravitational pull.
Oh yeah.
And apparently this planet comes pretty close to Earth every once in a while, however many years it is. But they sent out all these drones to take samples of planets because they found that they have very little gold on their planet. This is the theory. Who knows? They have very little gold on their planet, so they sent out drones looking for gold. And Earth, believe it or not, is one of the richer planets for gold, because what they can do with gold is atomize it and pump it into the atmosphere, and apparently it filters out all the impurities in the atmosphere. Like, all the impurities will stick to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
actually
great.
truth.
Yeah, it's great for like a filter. It'd be an expensive filter if we used it for that, but it does well as a filter. And it was basically sucking all the impurities out of their atmosphere. So because their planet was dying, they needed gold. So they came to Earth with another, I don't remember what they were called, but they brought another alien race that they had conquered years before, thousands of years before, and they were their slaves, right? So they bring them down and use them as slaves, mining gold. They built cities and they just kept mining and mining. And then finally this slave race got sick of it because they started, wanting more production, started treating them worse and worse and worse. And there was a revolt, right? So they fought them, they lost, they put them back into slavery. And then they ended up they said, this is, I don't know. They say they ended up engineering humans to be slaves to replace them because we were more docile, not as strong. You know what I'm saying? So engineered humans. Well, years go by, and these beings, the Anunnaki, were like 15 foot tall because they have less gravity. So on a planet with less gravity, everything's going to be bigger. Like, if we lived on a planet with half the gravity, we'd probably be 10 foot tall.
My back wouldn't hurt either.
Right. So they keep mining with humans and doing their thing while strictly forbidden. One of the Anunnaki, the son of the leader of the Anunnaki, I don't remember the names, the humans were beautiful, apparently, is what I kind of got from it. And he fell in love with a human. They ended up having a son, right? Well, once that son started reproducing, now you have a new race or new species, basically, that is not as docile anymore. They want to lead, they want to be leaders, they feel anger, and basically the human race rose up and came out ahead. They say the Anunnaki is what helped build modern civilization, basically, and they're still here, is what they're saying.
Yeah, taught us how to farm and have cattle versus before we were just hunter-gatherers. We didn't stay put. We migrated with the weather, and they kind of taught us how to be a society and function that way.
Whatever we were called before, we were like cave people, like before that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's when they came here.
Yeah. You know what's weird about gold, and I try not to veer too far off of the Anunnaki thing, but like, if you think back, everything we know, all these different civilizations have always made gold like this most precious object. Like, have we ever asked why?
I don't know. I've never really asked why, but I always kind of assume why. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for us, it's because it's a little bit rare, right? But like,
well,
6,000 years ago, did they know it was rare, or was it because of its qualities?
Even if it wasn't rare today, I think we would still use it as jewelry and everything else because of the way it looks.
Because,
you know what I'm saying?
There's lots of pretty shit. That's what makes it. I guess the rarity kind of drives the price. But what made people that far ago? Like literally, dude. Like people like they were all about gold, and now we find out with our technology that it conducts electricity better than any other thing on the planet. It can purify the air. It can be melted, and it doesn't like fall apart. Like it kind of bubbles and it can be put back together. You know what I mean? Like it has all these crazy properties. Right. And so if the Anunnaki, if somebody really did have that knowledge back then of all the things gold could do, maybe that's what made it precious. Or maybe what made it precious is because somebody told us we were slaves and we needed to go mine it. And then even after they left, we said, well, the shit must be important. Let's keep it up here.
Well, I don't think they ever left. If they were ever here,
that ocean thing's got me.
If they were ever here, they're still here. You know what I'm saying?
Down deep in the ocean somewhere.
Well, they're in the ocean. They're under the ice. They're in the ground. Who knows? Maybe they're lizard people. We don't know. Living in the bowels of the earth.
I'm trying to make sure I don't have any other pictures I wanted to pull up. I think I'm all set there.
The lizard people.
I did have a map of like all the discoveries they made around Gobekli Tepe, and like it was like 100-mile vicinity. It was like a massive city complex. Like they started finding other places buried that were like the city. Gobekli Tepe was kind of like the city center where everybody gathered, maybe like a religious kind of site, town capital. And it's just, yeah, dude, it's just crazy to think that far back, 11,600 years ago.
You should have.
People were doing that when all we thought that far back, everybody was just cavemans. You know, how old are the pyramids? That's what I want to know. I want to know how old the pyramids are.
You should grab that map that showed the comparison of what's been uncovered compared to what's still left.
Oh, like what's under the ground still?
LiDAR scans. Yeah.
You probably didn't watch the video. It's actually from Jimmy Corsetti. He's got a lot of passion around Gobekli Tepe. But so there's a company now in charge of that site, and excavating's come to a halt. They're not digging any more up. They actually built this like big like structure over it. They say to protect it. Yeah. And so they've stopped digging completely. And the company that owns the company that owns the company is like BlackRock. And so there's a big thing, like there's a big push.
They found something,
and it's all under lock and key now.
Bullshit.
The evil overlords now have it in their possession, just like Egypt. Like so, all that whatever's there, we'll never know.
Hostile takeover of Egypt pyramids. We need to know.
Yeah, it's 2025, and we don't know what's under there.
Yeah,
the only reason we do know as much as we do is because we stole that information, from satellites. Like it wasn't because they willfully told us. How long have they known that's been there?
What's
like
real?
Tunnels? They're saying there's a tunnel that connects all the pyramids together, and then one that goes to the Sphinx, and like it's just all this crazy shit.
Well, there's pyramids all over the world that are all like perfectly aligned.
Right.
How's that happen?
I've got
you know, how does a pyramid in Egypt get perfectly aligned with a pyramid on the other side of the planet?
Right. I've got a buddy over in Cancun right now, and they're visiting the Aztec stuff, and he took like the coolest selfie with him and his girlfriend and the temples behind him. Like this was like yesterday. I'm so jealous because I've never been. But like I never, until like you're standing there in front of me, you don't realize how big these freaking things are. And now they're finding pyramids in South America that's completely underground. You can't see any of it. Right. But the LiDAR images are showing a complete scam with like a roadway around it. It's nuts.
Well, it's crazy that the jungles are so dense. There's still pyramids that are hidden in the jungle, just in the wide open, but they're so covered in trees and foliage that you can't see them.
Yeah. There's a lot of parts of South America that are undiscovered. But why? I guess from those catastrophes, dude, that like how a pyramid would get fully covered in dirt, like what would it take? A major catastrophe.
Continents shifting, complete annihilation of everything. That's the only way it can happen, right?
There's a lot of good places to go to for information. I mean, there's a great Netflix show out there around like the different catastrophes, and as far as it's called Ancient Apocalypse. That one's like 7 episodes. It will totally open your eyes about history. I mean, like most people think Romans. We think about the Greeks, that they created a lot of things, which they did. They created mathematics and they had a lot of great writings, but they're credited for building like roadways. And now they're finding roadways that go for hundreds of miles in different directions in South America that are, 30 foot below the earth. And they're roads that were built up. They were built to make water run off. I mean, the shit's just mind blowing, and they built them thousands of years before the Roman Empire was even a thing.
I seen another thing. They think they found Atlantis. Did you see that? There's a roadway in the
Man, I wish they
Bahamas
would.
in the water.
The Bimini Wall. My dad used to talk about that like 20 years ago.
Yeah, there's like a roadway, and they're saying that could have been where Atlantis was in the Bahamas.
It could
But
be.
it's like 20 feet underwater. It's not even deep. It's just right off the island. But it makes you think,
It could be. Like, there's been so many things that make Atlantis sound like some fairy tale, like people, mermans, or living underwaters. That's not really what it was. It was just that it was this wonderful civilization that had all this technology and wisdom, and they created democracy. And there were some things. It wasn't Socrates. Do you remember who wrote about Atlantis?
No.
There's like a lot of stories that were captured, and the stories were passed to him. But like he said, the city was powered by like some type of gem, and he said there were flying vehicles, and it's stuff that seems like if you were from 3000 BC, you wouldn't even dream up these ideas to make a fake book. Like it seemed like the more we find out, the more believable it could have been.
Well, what's the power source they say that all these UFOs run off of? We've actually been able to generate this power source here, but it keeps getting like, if you figure out how to do it, you end up getting unalived by the government.
Yeah, the God particle element 56 or
it's like harnesses the energy of the universe somehow. And like a box this big could power an entire city, unlimited power. And like you could stick your tongue on it and it wouldn't kill you, but you could hook wires to it and power a whole city with it, because it draws however much power it needs rather than, storing power.
Mm-hmm.
So, God damn it. I should have looked more into that. I watched the whole thing on it, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was called. But yeah, it's like all these power sources that have been invented throughout the years that just disappear. Energy should not be a problem right now. We have all the technology to produce all the power we could ever need, and it's all just been stored away because there's no money in it.
Well, yeah. So, like, Nikola Tesla was building that massive
that would transmit wireless energy
for the world, unlimited, and he was basing that off of the pyramids. Like, did you know that? Like, he was basing.
Did you know that?
I want to believe it did. And what happened to him? He got unalived. Yes. He got unalived, and our FBI went in and emptied out all of his documents. All of his patents were sealed away. Like, they're not even public anymore. Well, maybe they left some of the easy ones. But
the thing about it is, if I was to, I'm not nearly smart enough, but if I was to come up with a renewable energy source like this little box with unlimited power that has been made several times by different inventors and they've all been disappeared. They all tried to patent their ideas, their inventions to get, of course they're going to get rich. You can't do that. If you come up with something like that, you have to straight release it to the internet, release it to the wild, release the plans, release everything, or it will never see the light of day.
Yeah, a patent's like the government's way of saying, well, let us see it first.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we approve it.
Well, the government can, if you apply for a patent, the government, I don't remember what it's called, but there's a law saying that they can straight shut down anything you're working on.
Oh, yeah. For national security.
National security.
They know better. Government knows better. The people
Wade and Bleed's talking about Easter Island. We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's no way that those things just buried themselves to their necks. You know what I mean? Just heads sticking up. Because those things are like 30 feet underground, the bodies of those things.
That's crazy.
Like how, and that's on top of a hill. So on a little island. But, years and years and years ago, whenever those things were made, that was a huge landmass. And now it's just a little tiny island. So I don't know what buried those.
Is it believed there was a continent in between North America and Asia that was lost?
I don't know if it was lost. It was all the what was it called?
Sunk.
Geo something. The whole planet was one huge continent at one point.
Yeah, not this. Yeah, this was a separate past Pangea.
The land Pangea. That's what I'm thinking of. Like
Yeah,
the land
yeah,
bridge and all that.
Yeah, this was a separate continent, they believe, which was lost into the water. And now we have islands that still stick up, but the continent's under. There's some city off the coast of China that has all these crazy like buildings and statues that's underwater. And again, it's the Chinese government, so we know it's there, but no information is being brought out about it. And it's thought to be like 10,000 years old. I mean, and it's got like some crazy stuff under there. I just wonder why is it the conspiracy word? Like, are we silly, or well, like, why would a government want to hide that? Like, why does Egypt want to keep those secrets? You know, like, why?
I think they found something that, who knows? They found renewable energy. They found the cure to cancer. They found whatever they found, you know, and it removes a source of income for the elites, basically.
I get that. I feel like they could put a twist on it, you know, like don't tell us the part where it makes energy, but say, hey, yeah, there's like all this stuff underneath. There's a whole city underneath of the pyramids we never knew about. Here it is.
Yeah,
I guess then people start asking questions, and we start asking questions like you start challenging how old is civilization.
Once again, there's probably money in curiosity, right? If you know all the secrets, then why would you care at that point?
I almost get the Tesla thing, right? Because unlimited energy would have that would have absolutely destroyed probably the American economy, because at that point in time, coal and gas and all that was just starting to explode, and they pretty much ran our entire economy. So free energy just would have wrecked that entire system.
Well, look at it now. If we had free energy,
probably destroy.
It would remove that tax income, right, from the federal government.
It would destroy everything, though. It would wreck the automobile industry. It would wreck all the power plants. It would absolutely destroy the Middle East and all the oil tycoons and like that. The oil would be useless other than making plastics.
Well, what's more important, a planet that lasts or one that we poison?
Money, baby. Everybody, that's the problem.
They're always going to pick money. Live in the moment. Because, I'm only going to live for another, 40 years if I'm lucky. So, I mean, the planet will be fine by then. Who cares, I'm going to be rich until the moment I die. And then what? My kids and their kids and their kids are all fucked.
Money and power.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like a global warming, like, nut or any of that bullshit, but you know what I mean? But I think a huge global event will happen that'll destroy the planet before we destroy it ourselves, honestly. I think humans as a race, or I guess a species, are smart enough to not destroy ourselves, but stupid enough to destroy us slowly, if that makes sense.
I mean, 2 episodes ago, we talked about the apocalypse. It's happened many times over and over.
Civilization as we know it has lasted longer than any civilization we know of.
Yeah, we've gotten further, as far as we know.
Yeah,
as far as we've been told.
I mean, look at the Romans. How long did they last? Not nearly as long as we have. So
that makes me think if our governments knew, and it wouldn't just be ours, it would be multiple world governments. If they knew there was something coming 20 years from now, would they tell us? Or would they want us to keep our heads down and keep doing our thing?
They would. What the hell was that movie where they got called? He got like the text on his phone in the grocery store. You know what I mean? You've been selected to go here. And
yes, what was that movie? That was good.
That's what it's going to be like, man. All the elites are going to be on their friggin' arcs, right? All the elites are going to be on their arcs, and all the normal people are going to be left to just fend for themselves. That's what's going to happen. If they knew that was coming, they would be buried in a mountain, like select people, and the rest of us would be left to the wolves.
Left to the, I'll call it the wolves.
I mean, a lot of people would survive. Like an extinction level event doesn't necessarily kill everything, right? I mean, we still have dinosaurs on Earth, but it kills like 98% of everything. So there would still be people left that aren't in, the elitist bunkers that would make it, and it would be very hard times for those people. Because you're talking cold, Ice Age, nothing's left.
There was I'm thinking about survival. Like, to me, it's either you're high or you're low, somewhere protected. Back in the day, if it was the floods and all that, probably a cave that's like really high up, you were safe. But there's also, have you seen that city that's like an entire city that's underground? You're probably gonna have to ask your AI buddy this one. It's a full-on city, multiple stories underground. It's some weird name, so it doesn't stick with me.
What do I even ask?
What's the name of the underground city that's thousands of years old that was recently found?
What's the name of the underground city that was recently found? Ancient city that was recently found?
Sure thing. They just recently dug up an ancient underground city in Turkey called Mediad. Basically a whole hidden labyrinth of caves and ruins from way back in the 9th century BC. No sugarcoating, it's a pretty wild find.
And this is like underground. So like, how did they know to go underground? Why did they go? They knew the people before them were wiped out by something that flooded, and you know what I mean? So they're like, hey, let's build a whole underground city, and this, like, I want to say it's 3 stories down. It has access to water aquifers that are like 200 yards deep. So they had fresh water supply like in this underground thing. And this is something from 9,000 years ago,
Right.
Like,
I'm going to have to stop you there because Weber brought up a very valid point. You never told us what you're drinking today.
oh, yeah, I did. The Weller.
Did you?
Yeah, at the beginning. I said I'm going to be sad when it runs out.
Oh.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to get another bottle of this. It's super hard. Christmas is coming, guys. If you see,
I'm going to have to look for that. I'm going to look for it.
I'll rub your feet for a bottle.
Oh, I get a foot rub if I find a bottle of that?
That's right. This is green tea. This cup, I always have green tea in it.
Speaking of totally off subject, but a guy I work with, his wife works for a moving company. She's like the broker that does all the deals for the big moves and stuff, moving people. And they do like a lot of rich people and stuff like that, like this company does. And they also do like house clean outs after like somebody was to die and they want to just clean the house out, get rid of all the bullshit, whatever. They did one at a storage unit. The lady died. And then the kids went through the storage unit and they wanted to get rid of everything that was left. Well, do you know what was left? They didn't want to deal with? Thousands and thousands of bottles of high-end wines from years and years ago, right? So he's got bottles of wine that are worth thousands of dollars, and he's got like probably 2,000 bottles of wine. Some of them are like special editions because she would go and pay at auction like $15,000 for a bottle of wine.
Holy shit.
The problem is, he had a guy come out to buy it. Dude brought a box truck, bought a cashier's check for like $40,000 plus a shit ton of cash, and some of the this guy's been doing it for 50 years, so he's looking at these bottles and he could tell that it wasn't stored quite right, so he wouldn't buy any of it. Like some of these bottles are like massive, I guess. They're they're like fucking 3 or 4 foot tall bottles. They're just massive for doing like whole events. You know what I mean? And just worth thousands and thousands of dollars. And so he's been drinking wine every night, like this high-end wine you'll probably never get again in your life. But he was trying to sell it, and the dude wouldn't buy it. Kind of heartbreaking. Yeah, kind of heartbreaking.
Do you know, like, if you store wine, you should always store it on its side so the cork stays wet?
Is that why?
Did you know that? Yeah, if you store it standing up, the cork will eventually dry out and deteriorate, and then allow air to get in, which will make the wine spoil. So if you store it on its side, it keeps the cork, I'm going to use the M word, moist.
Moist.
It'll keep the cork moist, and it won't deteriorate, it won't dry out, so it'll keep the wine safer for longer. Now, you don't have to worry about that with bourbon, because it's so high octane, the air doesn't, it won't fuck it up. So I looked it up real quick. So Darren Kuyu in Turkey was discovered. They could house up to 20,000 people. It is believed to be up to 18 stories deep.
Wow.
18 stories deep underground.
That's insane.
Constructed as early as 8th to 7th century BC. So that's, again, so BC, we talked about BC, that's 0. So 8,000 BC, 8,000 years plus 2025. So 10,025 years ago. You keep coming around that 10,000 year mark, which is right after the Younger Dryas, right after the end of the Ice Age, right after a catastrophe. These people were like, fuck. Our ancestors got fucked up. Like, we better do something about this. Let's build an 18-story deep cave or city. Darren Kuyu. It's
Wow.
just the stuff you don't know. Like I was talking to somebody earlier about this subject, and I said, man, like a lot of people may not care. We go to work, we stream, we take care of kids and family, and play video games, and like there's not a lot of time left for like exploring extra knowledge. You know, maybe some people look at self help. Maybe some people stay up to date on the news. Like for me, I like to know a little bit of everything, and like some of this shit, like knowledge like that, it just makes me stop sometimes when I'm driving, 6 hours south for work. I'll just sit there and ponder, like, man, 10,000 years ago, these people were building an 18-story deep city underground.
Right?
Dude,
crazy.
I can't even build a 3-foot hole. I remember I had to bury a dog like 10 years ago. It took me forever to get like 5 foot deep.
Dude, I built a new deck. I built a new deck on the back of my house. And I remember I had to dig like for the concrete tubes. I had like, those things were like this big around, and I had to go like 3.5 foot down. I thought I was going to die. Like,
Imagine 18 stories.
I swear to God, I have the hardest ground on the planet in the backyard. Like it was so fucking hard to do. And I thought I was going to die. I had to dig like 6 of these fucking holes, and it almost killed me. I literally almost killed over and died. I couldn't walk for like a month after that.
That's
Holy
what
shit.
I mean, man.
That
You got to
deck
put
kicked my
things in
ass.
perspective. Imagine
Well, yeah. No.
that 18-story city isn't built in dirt. It's built in rock.
Yeah, go ahead and dig this hole through solid rock with a friggin'
Spoon.
a stick
Bronze
with a rock on
spoon.
the end of it.
Yeah, you tell me. You tell me.
Holy shit, I don't know. Do we want to take a quick intermission here and
Let's do it. Yeah,
make our big announcement?
Yeah, who's still paying attention?
Is anybody out there? How many people are here? 11 people listen to us ramble like idiots. I like
They're
it.
all playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, and BeamNG. Or probably in their ears. They're probably every now and then stop and say, "What the hell did they just say?"
Yeah. So I
Which is
added
great.
your
We
things.
appreciate it.
I added your things to your area. I don't know if they were Halloween or not, so I just put them in your area.
Okay.
So we can move it around later. But guys, we're working on merch. We have a site. Finally, we kind of combined our personal merch with the podcast merch. So we definitely need to come up with some more ideas for the podcast, because I only got a couple on there. I mean, it's kind of lacking, but we got some cool Halloween stuff and whatnot. Let's just share this bad
Let's
boy.
just check it out.
It's not live. We're about to make it go live though.
Zach and Steven are
Boom.
there. Zach's in bed.
Here we go. Home of the Lucid Squrl Podcast. Home of the Lucid 7142 and Iron Squrl merch. So we got our Halloween stuff. I put a bunch of stuff on for Halloween, but there's some stuff I came up with. T-shirts, variety, hoodies and T-shirts.
I like how you can hover over that in it.
Yeah, I mean, some of them
So
have
It
multiple-
shows you the back when you hover over it.
Yeah,
That's badass.
different colors. Looks like I got the same color twice, maybe.
Who's going to be the first person to
They're different
rock
shades.
this apparel on stream, post it to
Right.
their story on TikTok? I might have to come up with something. The first person who publishes a picture of them wearing some of this merch.
So yeah,
They're going to
we
get
got
something
that-
special.
We got the, seasonal section up here, so we'll change that depending on the season what we come up with, but we got Halloween stuff up here. And we scroll down, we run into the podcast stuff. Look at that.
Ooh, I need that cup.
We got, look at this.
I
Hell
love that
yeah.
fucking
Hell
shirt. I
yeah.
will have that. Oh, is that only in black? I don't do a lot of black shirts. I might have to change the color up on that one.
Yeah, we can do whatever colors. I mean, I just put black, because black goes with everything.
That is the best.
Yep. So then we got the podcast whiskey glass.
Yeah, I'll definitely be getting one of those.
We got the podcast coffee cup.
Probably
to
gonna
come
need
up with
one of
some
those.
Need to come up with some more podcast stuff. Then we got Iron Squrl. He came up with some pretty cool shit today, actually. And look at this thing.
Look at all the colors.
Like, see that logo, all these colors will work with it, which is
Yeah.
cool. Like my logo, I feel like it only really goes with black. That's the problem. I did come up with a hat though, and I went outside the box and did
Ooh.
some yellow, or some not yellow, some white.
I haven't even seen these shirts on some of these colors, so look at that. I kind of like that. What color is that? Pepper? That looks good.
Pepper, yeah.
Hemp? Green looks damn good too.
Oh, this might look fire right here. This actually might look pretty good on the back. That looks pretty good. Yeah.
What about pink? I just threw pink in there just because.
Pink. I hear you look good in pink.
I'd rock pink. I got pink shorts.
You look good in pink.
I'd buy that shirt.
This one should probably go in the Halloween section, you think?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Actually, the other one's Halloween as well.
That came out
They're
pretty
both
good.
Halloween.
Are they?
Yeah.
That came out pretty good.
The car one's got pumpkins and stuff. Even though it's aliens, it's more Halloween themed.
That's kind of a weird.
That's ugly as shit.
Kind of a weird fucking color there, Squirrel.
I just picked all the colors. Yeah,
all the colors. This is just one I threw on right in the center of the chest.
That was pretty badass.
You can go and change these up however you want. You know what I mean? I just wanted to get some shit on there. The Iron Squrl mug. I think that was pretty good.
And Lucid and I did the same thing. Like, we lowered the margins down on these to almost nothing. Like, our intent is not to make money. We just
like here. This, I feel like this is kind of expensive for a hoodie, but I lowered this down as much as they'd let me. Same with the t-shirts. We don't make hardly shit off of these.
Like $1.50.
Yeah, we lowered them down as much as we could. You know what I mean? Because there is a minimum that we can go down to on the site. We got the Iron Squrl hat.
I like that. I'm gonna make a trucker hat too. I just didn't have time.
Oh, look at him! Look at him go!
Nice.
Yeah.
So this will be.
Oh, this is. I did this one today. I thought that was kind of fire. More than a streamer.
I like that.
Like the trucker hat. This is an embroidered beanie. Threw that up there. That one was specifically for Death Note because she said she wanted a beanie with a big puffy ball on the top.
I remember. Yeah, I remember there was a picture. She actually had a sticker on my stream that I think both our streams that she submitted. That
this one's actually embroidered.
That's nice.
I like beanies. I might do a couple more beanies, honestly.
So will this be linked to the Lucid Squrl Podcast.com?
Only if we upgrade.
Oh, well, I got to upgrade the Lucid Squrl Podcast site.
I think so.
All right, I'll do that tonight. Yeah, and it'd be nice to go to one place. And
I would look into it first. Because, I think you can put a link on there, though.
Ooh, I like that flag on the side.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
Zach said goodbye paycheck.
Yeah, and then I put this on there today. It's the whiskey glass.
Imagine my kids being so mad when every present under the tree is Lucid Squrl Podcast.
Has your name on it, right? The coffee mug. These are cool, though, because you can get them in 15 ounce as well. It's the bigger version.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that has the flag on it as well.
Man, I gotta get on my game. Lucid's got me beat on some of this stuff. I need one of those too.
Yeah, it just takes a little time to do it because I definitely want to put some more stuff on here. Why is that under featured products? Did I not put it under my stuff? I don't think I did.
I just created.
Halloween, Lucid Squrl Podcast, Iron Squrl. Oh, Lucid. I never changed it. I never changed the name. That's why it still says featured products. It's supposed to have Lucid shit. But yeah. So that's what we got so far, guys. And I think we're going to send it live tonight.
Yeah. I think we got enough. We got enough to go live. I'll definitely add some more tonight, tomorrow, and this weekend.
Hey,
what about the Lucid Squrl Podcast.com?
What do you mean?
Yeah. I don't think we haven't announced that. We got to start putting that out there because it's so easy. Like if somebody was looking to find us, it's literally the Lucid Squrl Podcast.com. We bought the rights to that name.
Yes. Let me put this here. There's that. Yeah, and once we get monetized too, we can also link this shop to YouTube, by the way. Right now we can't, but all right. So
I wonder how long it's going to take to Google Lucid Squrl Podcast and this site actually pops up.
It comes up number 2 on search results. Once you Google here, let's do it now.
Yeah, I did something with Google. I had to link it to like the back side of Google. Like
the only thing is it doesn't come up with anything. It just has the little stupid logo here. We need a logo. But yeah, you Google it, it comes up the second.
Okay.
For some reason, iTunes comes up first, but yeah, second. So here it is, the pod page. Basically, we need to do some work on. It's just got the basics on here. It's got a link to the YouTube channel, I think. Maybe not. I thought I put it on there.
I think it's in up top. You got to click the 3 or the. That looks different than on the phone.
It does look different.
You got home. So it's got to be home or follow. No, it's under follow.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you click follow. It's got Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. The beautiful thing about this site is we have to do nothing. It automatically just uploads everything. As soon as I post a episode, it automatically goes there. Just like when I post to Spotify, it goes to everywhere else. It also comes to here because it's just hooked to the RSS feed.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's in the works. Like I feel like there's a lot of irons in the fire. Is that the right way to say it?
Let's see. Did I link the Facebook? Oh, I did. I linked the Facebook page to it even. So there you go. There's that. The YouTube right there. Hey, there we are. I need to change my whole fucking page because it's pretty much the podcast page now. And then Instagram, I don't think it works very well. But yeah, there it goes. I didn't have it done much on Instagram.
My hands, it's this big.
It's this big. So yeah, so we'll put this one in the chat.
We've been busy little bees. So we did a website, we did merch in the last 7 days. Yeah. We were preparing for this podcast, which we're not, subject matter experts. So we got to study and watch things. And then, by the way, hey, we still like to stream and play video games occasionally every now and then.
I haven't had time to stream since last weekend. I've been so busy with this
Sunday. Yeah, Sunday's pretty much been. Every now and then I'll sneak one in on Friday or Saturday, but yeah. There's a lot going on. Oh yeah, we got jobs and families and stuff.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, I was starting to feel it. This week I was starting to feel it a little bit more. I was just like, man, so much to do.
Yeah, like today, like on Thursdays, I like to come home and go to bed early so I can get up for this. Like right now I'm exhausted because I came home and I worked on this shit until noon. It's like, yeah. And so my streaming is taking a hit. I haven't streamed at all. I haven't streamed since Sunday. And it's Thursday. That's wild. I haven't had a morning.
That's wild for you.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's wild for you. So are you going to stream tomorrow morning?
Maybe not, because usually Fridays when I get the podcast live. Like last week, I couldn't get it to render out, so it took me forever. Like last week was weird. I don't know. Maybe it's because Zach's was a 1080p camera. It would not export in 1080p, or it would not export in 4K. And when you export like the full episode, it takes a while, right? And then all the like I still have a ton of clips from last week I haven't even posted yet. And it takes a while to export all those. So I exported them all in 4K, and then I come back like an hour later and every one of them failed. So I tried again. Every one of them failed. They failed like 3 or 4 times. So then I emailed tech support. They told me how to fix it. Their fix didn't work at all. So I gave them a review saying they're full of shit. And I told them what the problem actually was, which they should have known, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to export everything in 1080p. So if the quality's not as good last week, it's because I exported everything in 1080p. And then the full episode I put into CapCut, added the intro and outro, and then I had to upscale it to 4K, which takes fucking forever. It's a good 2-hour render of full episode in CapCut. So I had to render that out, export that, and then upload it. And it takes forever to upload. Spotify takes forever to upload too. And then all the clips are in 1080p because I'm not trying to upscale all those. So for TikTok, they can deal with 1080p.
Yeah. Riley is on my ass on Fridays if that shit's not on Spotify.
Yeah.
Last Friday, he was like, bro, it's not on Spotify. I don't see it. I'm like, well, Lucy's got some plans and he had to do stuff.
Yeah, I had all kinds of problems last week.
Yeah. Well, no, was it?
I don't know if it was your fault. That's just kind of my theory is because your camera wasn't 1080p, but I feel like we've had people on before that weren't in 1080p and it still upscaled them to 4K. So I don't know what the hell the problem was.
It might have been your disconnections too. Maybe it threw something off. Last week's when you got disconnected.
Well, the Riverside tech support was telling me that I had to finish uploading everything, but it was all uploaded. They told me how to go around and make it upload, and everything was already uploaded. So it just wouldn't, it would not render out. It would not export in 4K.
Last week's the weekend you went to see Death Note, right?
Yes, we talked about it. We talked about it. Well, no. Last week. No. The week before.
That was the week Riley was on my ass. He was like, where's the Spotify? And I'm like, it's going to be like Monday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I was out of town. Yeah, because we did the podcast, and then the next day I flew out.
Yeah. That's right. So last week it was the tech issues. Yeah. If that thing ain't on Spotify at some point on Friday, Riley's texting me like,
Right.
bro, what's going on?
And what I should do is just start the export as soon as we end tonight. That way, when I get off work, it's already exported, and I just got to upload it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. But I like to go through the whole. See, that's the problem is I kind of watch the whole thing back and go through and do my own edits at the same time until I get sick of doing it. Especially on like an hour and a half, it takes a while to go back and like if it's an hour and a half episode, it takes me 3 hours to edit if I'm going through the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's why half the time I'll like edit the first 20 minutes and then the rest of it I'm just like fuck it.
Yeah, I would just let the program do it. That's too much.
It just cuts shit weird. And I like how, like, if you look at the edited version of the podcast, it will concentrate on the speaker. It'll switch cameras back and forth. And I like that better than just being this the whole time on the edit. You know what I mean? I think it gives a better, more produced feel, if that makes sense. So, yeah, anyway, the merch site's live now. I made it go live just now.
I wish I could make my camera blurry like yours. I'm worried it'll just crash. I remember the one time I tried it, I crashed. But maybe that's fixed now. Maybe it wasn't Ozbot doing it. Maybe it was the whole.
Well, just before we sign off, you should try and do it then.
Try it. I'll have to disconnect my camera and reconnect, and it'll be a pain.
Or you get one of these cameras.
No.
Damn.
Can't do it.
Ooh, look at that.
Can't do it. It's half a trip to Mexico.
Look at that blur.
That's half a trip to Mexico, bro. I thought about it. You had me thinking about it. You know where you lost me?
Huh.
I was all in for buying the camera. And then when you told me the fucking lens was $600, I was like, fuck that, I'm out.
The lens is not $600. You're
300, 400.
Like $300.
Might as well be 600.
Dude, when you're talking about camera lenses, $300 is a steal. You look at some of these fucking lenses, like $1,500 easy for a lens. Easy.
I love my Ozbot. When it's not crashing my computer.
Right? I don't know.
I am curious. I think Squirrel Master was talking about getting the new Elgato. Yeah. I think I've talked to you about it. The 4K. It's $200, but you can add filters to it and all that. He's thinking about getting one. I was like, oh, you know me. I'm like, yeah, you should totally get it and do a review. Like, basically, that's my way of saying, like, get it and you test it out before I buy it. Is it the Elgato Webcam 4K? Yeah, it's brand new. It's huge. It looks huge. Like the lens on it's like. I've never seen this one, so this must be it. Oh yeah, it's got. You can put. Well, it's not lenses. You can put filters on it. Filters. Yeah. Those filters are useful though. So like for me specifically, that the diffuser light, like these lights back here, it'll make them look so crisp and beautiful. And then like where I have reflections on the case with my pearl necklace, y'all call it. Yeah. You're probably gonna end up clipping. Let me show you something real quick. Like it'll diffuse that reflection out. If you're wearing glasses, so like if I was wearing my glasses and there's a reflection on them, the diffuser will get rid of that. So when I'm out about with my camera and I'm like taking pictures of whatever, I have this thing. So you get these to go on your nipple. No. This is a step up, step down ring, right? So the size of the lens has threads on it. These are all just different thread sizes, right? So you can step it up to the size of your filter. So you only have to buy one. And then, because like all my lenses are different sizes, I just use these. Then I only have to buy one of these because these aren't cheap either. The filters? Yeah. This one is a polarizer, I think is what it's called. So basically, if you look at this, it's basically sunglasses for your camera. Look at that. Right? So you can set your exposure. So like if I'm in direct sunlight and I want this blurry background, it would be super overexposed. So if I put this on it, I can have it a blurry background because the lens opens up. That's how you get the blur. So if I put this on it, I can open that reticle up, the iris of the lens. I can open that up and it won't be blown out, which is super nice. And then I have some, some smaller. This is just a glass cover, but I have some smaller filters as well.
Like this is all filters here. These actually are for. That's actually the step up set I use. Those ones.
See, that's where you get me, because then you're like, well, I can take this camera and go out and take pictures, and
yeah, dude, and
be
that's
awesome to get good pictures.
That's why. Yeah, oh yeah, dude, they do great pictures. See, this is the lens I started with. This is a great lens. I don't do the super high end lenses as much as I'd like to because they're cool as shit. One thing I do need to get is a zoom lens, like a good zoom lens, because I have prime lenses, which basically are a fixed focal length. Like I have a 16 and a 30. The one we're looking at now is a 16. That's why it's a little wider. If you remember, the one I used to use was like a little zoomed in because that was a 30 millimeter.
So is there, like, for streaming purposes right now, you're set up if you wanted to zoom back, or you couldn't?
No.
See, that's like, seems so challenging.
Well, you can, like, I could, because it's 4K, right? I have a lot of resolution to play with. So I could do it in the software, like in OBS for streaming. So I could set it a wide angle, and then I could have like an OBS, like a Stream Deck button that would zoom in to a different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That kind of helps my mind.
Yeah. So yeah, you can set all that up in OBS. You could do like a slow zoom. You can do whatever you want in OBS and set it to a Stream Deck button.
So if you moved your chair back, like it stays focused somewhat to a certain point, like
this is auto-focused. So like when I hold my hand up, see how it'll focus on my hand?
But how far back could you go?
I could go all the way to the back wall.
And it would stay focused?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're good. You don't have to do that. I was just wondering.
As long as there's not shit like in between me and the...
I tricked him into doing that. I was just thinking, I was like, I tricked him into doing that. And I was like, shit, he'll hear that when he's editing.
Yeah.
No, so if you're not streaming and you take the camera to go photograph on vacation people, you don't have to worry about being stuck in a certain distance. Like it's going to do its thing.
Yeah, it'll always focus. And then you can lock focus. You know what I'm saying? So if I wanted to do like a cool scene where the foreground was blurry and then the subject was in focus, I could lock focus and then bring it down or whatever to have some bushes or grass or something coming up, so that would be blurred, and then the subject would still be focused.
Okay,
or I could just go down.
Just need to watch a review.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's like so many settings; it's insane how much shit you can do, and it's very overwhelming. But when you break it down to the basics, like everything that I do, just taking basic shit outside and then streaming, you know what I mean? It does awesome. YouTube videos. Like I actually want to get a gimbal for this camera. Just for shooting like YouTube videos and stuff. Because this camera doesn't have in-body stabilization, so it'll be a little shaky. What you need is lenses with stabilization. So the kit lens that it came with has stabilization. It's like a digital stabilization, right? But I don't really like using that lens because it's not the best lens. I mean, I could spend $800 on another fucking lens, like a Sony G series it's a zoom lens with stabilization. But who the hell wants to spend that kind of money on a lens when I can just buy a gimbal for $200? You know what I mean?
I feel like if I buy this camera, my daughter's gonna steal it.
Yeah,
she's been in photography for 3 years and wants to go to college for and for that, I could see her totally like, let me use it. It's gone. But at least she'd be able to show me how to use it.
She's like, no, it's hooked to my setup. Sorry.
I asked her in the car the other day. I was like, what does mirrorless mean? You know, she explained it to me. Like, wow, it was cool. What they were for. So, cool.
So like a DSLR camera, DSLR, whatever the hell they are. Those used to have mirrors that the light would go in and reflect up right off a mirror, and that's how they would get their signal. These ones, you're just going straight to the sensor. There's a shutter and straight to the sensor. No mirrors.
And so you get a clearer image without the mirror?
I suppose. I don't know. Plus, these are a lot smaller because you're not having to like project the light inside the body of the camera. So if you look at the older like the DSLR cameras, they're a bigger body. And then this one is a what's it called? A I don't remember the name for it, but it's not a full frame camera. So you get into full frame you're talking a lot more money for lenses.
One of the things that Apple came out with on their last show, whenever it was last week or before, and I'm not a huge Apple fan, but evidently like old Apple phones are really great to use for streaming. Like they can be set up as your webcam.
That's what Dwight used for years.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you think, I don't know about your phone, but I think my phone fucking takes phenomenal videos and pictures, so I couldn't imagine if you could fully.
Squirrel, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go into my TikTok shop and buy one of these. Yes, do it.
I will.
Or don't even take this, put in your TikTok shop, and then buy it. Then you get the commission from it.
It's a hack.
Yes. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
If you're able to sell on TikTok shop, take all that shit, put it in your showcase, and buy it from yourself if you want to buy something. Then you get commission on it. It's like getting a little extra 10% discount.
Kat's gonna buy a whole fucking lawnmower. I put it in my shop right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which was cool. She was like, "Can you add this to your shop?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah."
Hell yeah.
What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh yeah. So that thing he just popped up, y'all, is you put that on the back of your phone so you can take a selfie using the back camera, because your back cameras obviously have a shit ton more tech and take way better pictures than your selfie cam.
Yeah, it's a much better camera. It's a bigger sensor.
A screen. It basically is putting a screen on the back of your phone so you can see yourself when you take that picture. So I'm always sending selfies to Lucid for the podcast. That's his way of telling me he wants better, more quality.
Use the front camera. I mean, you could take so many, like, pictures are so much better if you use the back camera. Like, your shit's always grainy when I get it,
Yeah. Get upscale it.
Let's see. So all you do is you turn this thing on, right? That's all it is. And then on your phone, you just scroll down, and then it says Smart View.
Mm-hmm.
Smart View.
So it's treating it like a TV.
And then you pick this. So this is the iScreen piece connecting.
It's just treating it like a TV.
Boom. Now you got my phone screen right there.
That's fucking wild.
And then if I bring up my camera, find my camera.
That.
And then this thing literally just I have a MagSafe case. So right now it's upside down, but it's got a button. You can flip it. There you go.
It's beautiful. And so the other uses of that is anybody that sells on TikTok or wants to create videos that sell, you can use that camera for that as well.
Yeah, I use Drew. Yeah, you talking the mirrorless?
Yeah.
Yes, and I mean shit. Like, I'll take video on my phone, like for a YouTube video, for example, I'll use this camera and I'll use my phone depending what I'm doing. And you could definitely tell the difference between that camera and my phone. But your phone is a very good camera as well. Like I could hook my phone up to my computer, and I do it sometimes. I have it plugged in, I'll hook it up and I'll use it in OBS. I can stream with this phone and just to show off the setup or whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
Quick update. Seahawks are beating the Cardinals 14-3 right now at halftime.
The Cardinals are they're pretty. They don't have a team, do they?
I don't know. Usually they kick the shit out of us.
Yeah, 49ers, if we have one benefit, is our division's pretty fucking lax.
You got lucky when you beat us.
Maybe spit my drink out all over my computer.
That fucking fat lineman got in the way. We were about to win it at the buzzer, and that fat lineman got in the way.
So I did see Bleed way back said he started playing Dead by Daylight. I've seen a lot of people playing that recently. There was a big update yesterday, I think.
I can't do it. I've tried it. I can't do it.
I'm not into big horror games. People keep trying to get me to play horror games.
I'm a bitch. Feel like a horror game to me. I'd play horror games.
You saw how I acted when we played that other game, Repo or whatever.
Repo was fun.
Screaming like a little girl. I was like,
ah. We need to play Repo again.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
So looking at this Elgato camera, it's what, $200?
Yeah. $200, $199. Yep. Yeah. It comes with a filter too.
I'm not seeing.
You can stack the filters as well.
I'm not seeing a filter. I'm seeing a place to put filters. I'm not seeing filters. It's got a 21 millimeter thread pitch. The size of the threads on it, 21 millimeter. So that's what you'd want to buy for filters. But you can buy any filter you want. It just has to be a 21 millimeter.
I thought in the review, the guy had said it came with a light diffuser filter.
Like, what are these? What size are these? These are... Oh, so that's 21 millimeter is fucking tiny.
compared to what you got, yeah.
No,
But for a webcam, it's big.
Like this is 40.5 millimeter. And
Yeah.
the size of that.
Man, yeah, so they're itty bitty.
Yeah, it's 40.5, and this is 21 on this camera.
So half. It'll be half that.
Yeah, tiny. You'd have to get some like step down rings or whatever, like I showed you.
I watched one review video on it, and the guy was actually comparing it to an Ozbot, and he made some cases both ways. You know, it was kind of like, what do you want?
It's kind of cool though. It comes in different colors.
Share your screen.
Privacy lens. Oh, share my screen.
I want to see. Hey, look how big. I mean, that's a lot bigger than most.
You know, I'd get the green one. Yeah, privacy lens, CPL lens filter. It does.
There you go.
It does come with a filter. Yeah.
Yeah. See how it's his reflection in his glasses is going.
Yeah. But so we got carbon.
Kind of expensive though. I mean, why buy that for $200 when you can have an Ozbot for $150 that freaking moves by itself, does body tracking, will zoom in, zoom out based on hand gestures?
Well, it depends what you're looking for. If you want a camera that's going to follow you around, go with the Ozbot. If you want something strictly for streaming that has a bigger sensor that's going to get a better picture, I would go with the Elgato.
Is it going to get a better picture? They're both 4K.
So this one's going to do much better in low light. I'm not sure what the sensor size is on it, but let's see. Can we find it? Whatever.
I want to say it uses Sony's chip.
Right. So basically, the bigger the sensor, the more light is going to hit it. So the Ozbot doesn't do great in low light. That's why, because it's got such a small lens, it's letting less light in. Like mine, it's pretty dark in my room right now, and I look pretty well light, and I have my brightness actually turned down a lot on the camera, and it's looking through a teleprompter. So yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Well, I think everyone's asleep. We put them to sleep.
I found out something. I needed this. I needed to know about the camera. Now I'm this much closer
to what?
To buying a Sony mirrorless.
Oh,
ZV-ET 1000 or whatever the hell it's called. Zach's he's filling his card up with merch.
If you end up if you buy one that comes with a kit lens, the kit lens will work for you until you decide you want to get another lens. You know what I mean? And the kit lens is actually a zoom lens. I've used it before on stream. I think I did a side-by-side with the lenses. Where did I put that? It's either on TikTok or YouTube. I don't remember. I don't remember where I put it, but I did a pretty in-depth
Turn your light.
video.
Let me turn your lighting off real quick. Let me see what it looks like. Your big light, your big fancy light. Oh yeah, it still looks fucking great.
That's what
that
the light
still looks.
Yeah,
it still looks great. It still looks pretty damn good. It's still clear as can be.
So the only light in here is what's behind me, and then I have like a light bar on top of the monitor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this big, the inside of that lens is that big around. It's pretty massive.
Let's see the difference here. So this should be a selling point for you. It's not so bad, but it's not as clear as yours. You can see it's starting to get grainy.
And then lighting just enhances everything. Like with that on, it casts some different shadows on my face and whatnot. It just gives it a different look. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Damn Lucid.
That's only one of the lights on. Usually I have one up here too. It's up here. I have another one of the big ones.
The big bad boys
with the softbox and all that.
Yeah.
And then like I've got my camera mounted to a magic arm. I've got like an old light pole that I have. I ended up bolting it to my desk, and then I have a magic arm clamped to it. And then I have another arm and another magic arm for when I race. I just move it to the next magic arm.
So one of my best lights is, do you know how like you always see people mount a monitor light to the top of their monitor?
Yep, I have one.
Well, I took mine off and I put it on the side of my main monitor here. So I actually attached it to the side, side. And so it's up and down sideways and it's shining right at me. And it has a bunch of like different filters you can put on it. But that actually made a difference for the podcast as far as having light from here. And then I have one of those ring lights over here. So I've got light coming at me like this.
Right. They say 3-point lighting is the best, right?
3. So one more. Well, I got the LED strip. Does that count as a third? That's like...
Well, you see how like the top of my head, I'm like super defined from the background?
That's the LED lights off. So that's how much light they provide to the room.
Right. You see how I have like a defined line that separates me from the background? That's lighting. Well, the blur helps too, but a lot of that is lighting. So you got one above, and then you got the one coming from behind, and then I got the one in front of me.
You got one behind you. Is that the box? It's just at a...
Yeah, it's probably at a 45 behind me, shining. So it's probably hitting me like right here.
I'm just saying, for all streamers out there, everyone always compliments your camera, but I don't think people know much lighting. Like, you could almost give a quick, like, hey, do you want some lighting tricks? The 3-point thing. I don't think a lot of people know that. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. And
not the directions.
Like, if I wanted like a more of a cinematic view, I could like darken up the background and I could put a light shining kind of this angle on my face and it would cast the shadow across my face more so. You know what I'm saying?
Like Sean Ryan. Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have the...
Yeah, I want to do that.
Half-lit.
I told you need to send me the picture.
That's gonna have to be a camera turned around, like high quality, because that's gonna be like close to my face.
Yeah,
that needs to be a good picture. I might actually I'll get somebody to help me with that one, honestly.
Yeah, turn all the lights off. You know, be in a perfectly dark room and then have one light shining on your face. And once I see yours, then I can know how to set mine up.
Okay. Last thing, I started looking at $800 desk today. Secret Labs, the big one.
Yeah, you know, Totality has one.
There's a couple things. So it has that tray in the back for all your wires. Like it goes in.
Yep.
It adjusts height. So hear me out. Instead of buying a full-on racing rig, when I'm going into F1 race mode, I would just lower the desk down. I would have one of those racing chairs, a wheel attaches to the chair, and the pedals. I would slide it up to the lower desk. Because the problem is most F1 seats sit, probably down here, but my wheel would be up here mounted to the, you know what I mean? But if the desk actually moved up and down, I could make it work.
I did that for years. Well, the first setup I had for the wheel was I never mounted mine to the desk. It was one of those wheel stands.
The wobbly. Yeah.
And it sucked, honestly. It was awful.
No, this would be a high quality chair, wheel mounted, and basically pedals like mounted to the chair.
Like the one I got.
Yeah. Same thing you got. But a F1 version, so that's more of like a regular racer. Like the F1 one sits all like your back.
Do you want something dedicated to F1? Do you want to sit in F1 cockpit while you're driving a friggin'
it just feels
sand
cool.
Truck through the desert on beams?
Yes. I think that seating looks cool, man. Your legs are like stretched out, and
yeah.
And if not, I could only use it for F1, right? The only thing I would have to do would be detach no, I guess the wheel wouldn't detach to the desk anymore.
Well, maybe once you mount that, you're going to have it all zip tied to the rig and everything else.
I want the wheel to stay mounted to the desk. So I just want pedals and chair. Because then if I didn't want to be in F1 mode, I could just pull the chair up like I do now and race.
Lower your desk down to whatever setting you want.
That's a thought. I'm thinking it over.
Zach needs better lighting. Well, I am an affiliate. I'm an affiliate for everything. I'm an affiliate for GMV, these lights.
Can you get an affiliate for Sony ZV-1 cameras? Can you do that?
Yeah, they're a little bigger than me.
All right, brother. I'm at the end of my drink.
Womp womp. I don't want to go to work.
Hope we made some thought-provoking conversation there. I hope people take some time to think about 10,000 years ago.
Right? I do all the time now. Like, civilization as we know it has been around for very long, honestly. It's kind of crazy if you just think like how much it's changed from our grandparents, for example. You know what I mean? 2 people
1776, yeah.
2 people ago.
About 4 or 5 people ago, they were signing the Constitution, and Paul Revere was riding his horse and with his lantern, and like...
I would never endorse Bush Light.
I love Bush Light. I got you, Zach. Bush Light, right here.
If you're into like some kind of double IPA, then I'm down. But Bush Light, no, I'd rather drink my own piss. I got to be pretty hard up if you're seeing me drink a Bush Light.
I love Bush Light.
Nope. I don't like any of that domestic fucking piss beer, Bud Light, Budweiser, Busch. Probably the most domestic thing I'll drink that's not even domestic is like, I consider it's like domestic Mexican beer to me.
So I'm talking back when we were like young and had like crazy metabolisms. Nothing would put a pound on me, right? I could just eat whatever, stay in shape. The one thing that put weight on is for like 6 months, me and my buddies thought it would be cool to start drinking Red Label Budweisers. So that is all we drank in our 20s. And literally after 6 months to a year, we all had bellies and we were like, fuck this shit.
Right?
Fuck this. That's a lot of calories.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first turned 21, I think I drank MGD.
Oh, yeah.
And then once I got more into the IPAs, and I actually drank a lot of Guinness. Guinness is delicious. Then I started, broadening my horizons, and I just can't go back. Like I used to go elk hunting every year, and we'd go out. My buddy would buy like 2 cases of Natural Light. I'm like, oh my God, this shit's so bad. I bring my own.
It's so good. Keeps you hydrated.
Yeah. Okay.
Guinness. The only time I drink Guinness is if I'm doing an Irish carb bomb.
I used to drink Guinness a lot. Fat Tire. I don't really care for ambers.
Can you hear the clink? Have you ever done one? They drop the shot in the glass, and for some reason, as soon as I said Irish carb bomb, I could hear the shot glass sinking to the bottom and going.
Yeah, that's that site. We can do water bottles and all kinds of shit.
Water bottles.
Yeah, there's tumblers, a bunch of shit on there.
Christmas presents, I'm telling you.
Everybody's getting shit with our names on it.
Damn right. And they're gonna like it. All right, brother. Let's close this thing down.
Cool. All right, guys. You know where to find us. Lucid Squrl Podcast, the LucidSqurlPodcast.com. Merch is available at Lucid Squrl Tax Shop .fourthwall.com. That's a lot. Yeah, we're kind of things are coming together with the podcast. We got merch now. We got our own website. We got all kinds of shit. We got a Facebook page.
Full lineup of guests.
Yeah, full lineup. Make sure you go and like the Facebook page if you're not already. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Much love, y'all.
The goal is to go live on Facebook as well. That integrates perfectly with our little program here. Your family's going to hate us. That's okay. I'm used to haters.
Oh, we got to make a little squirrel mini shirt for his dad's pet squirrel. How cool would that be? Have a Lucid Squrl podcast.
I don't know.
He could be our new fucking mascot, a real squirrel wearing a Lucid Squrl shirt. Oh, man, come on.
I'm thinking about ordering some Iron Squrl tidy whities. Just saying.
They're sold out.
They can be unsold out.
They're sold out. They're sold out for a reason.
Make everything on this site say sold out.
I mean, we could try them on your site, the Squirrel Master one. Man, them things.
It's our site.
Our site.
Our site.
Hopefully their underwear is better than the other ones, because them fucking things.
Did you buy some?
I didn't tell you. I should go, you know what, real quick. This will be worth it.
He's got the tidy whities. That's wild. Where'd he go? He's going to get his undies. We're going to see where his package goes, apparently. Kind of crazy. Zach, I hope you're paying attention. Where did Squirrel go? He can't find his underwear, apparently.
Oh, I'm back.
He's back.
It took me a second. All right, so
let's see these bad boys.
They're really wide this way, and they're not very big this way. You ready?
They're briefs.
But like if you look at male anatomy, like your belly button would be like way up here. Like they're really low cut.
Oh, it's on the ass too. My God!
Wait.
What's
There's
on the
a little
inside?
present
On the taint
and the gooch. Bro, these are the design is there. It's just the execution we got to work on a little bit. But yeah.
Oh, it's on the inside of the fucking tag too, like where the tag goes.
Yeah. It's just the cut was funky, man. Like they're not cut.
Can you imagine going to like a physical and you pull your pants off in front of the doctor and you got Iron Squrl?
Put them on, whatever.
Oh my God, I would totally wear those to work on physical day.
Have you ever heard that joke where the mom's like, make sure you got clean underwear because if you got to go and call 911, you don't want to go to the hospital in dirty underwear?
Steven wants you to model them.
These are the ones I want to be wearing if I got to call 911. They're just like
You're on
Where's
the
my
news in
belly
your
button?
underwear.
My belly button's here, okay? Like, and so, like, so the waist, they just don't work, dude. Like, they're not cut right. Like,
Oh shit.
clip it. Clip it. We'll get the underwear figured out, I promise you. I know they're in high demand. They're sold out right now for a reason.
Man, Zach and Steven both want to see your see a model of those bad boys.
Hold on. We can do that, right? On this YouTube.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
I
kidding. I'm
mean,
not doing it.
you
Not
could.
doing it. If there was maybe 10 people in chat saying yes, I might do it. But right now it's just 2.
It's crazy.
All right, y'all. Much love.
Much love.
Till next time. Next week.
We're gonna do the damn thing. Do the damn thing next week.
Everybody have a great week.
Peace out. Much love.
Much love.
I think I screwed it up. Oh, you're back. You're back.
Let me get the underwear.
Get the underwear.